All right. Well, this is the second part of the first part. Well, I can laugh about this because I feel like this is so criminal of what's going on out there that the only way for me to take it is with humor, because I just rise above it. Trouble is, as soon as I go outside, Mr. Bruns, you're in charge, and you have the certification. You are the lawyer, and I'm the idiot. I'm the crazy person, and you are the one who's guarding really everybody except for me. You do nothing for me, nothing. Now, unless I come and stab you and tell you if you don't pay this now, I cannot continue to live. Well, then suddenly I get a one-liner. Okay, you get it. Well, you're also guarding this woman. This being my mom. And every time I send anything to her, it goes straight to you. Now, how can you accept this? Are you guarding my mother as well? Is she paying you for your services? I mean, I don't get it. I invited her to come here. You say you're a mediator. How about you mediate once between my mother and me? Because this woman, if I can believe my father, she is sexually not satisfied, because he died when she was 54 years old, and she didn't have any sex, any relationship, nothing. 54 years old. The woman was young. I mean, how long does it take her to get over his death, huh? She told me that she will never want to wash and sew any man's socks anymore. This is why she doesn't have a relationship. So she also tells me that she was so happy with my father. Everything was so wonderful, everything so perfect, but she doesn't want to sew any man's socks anymore. No, really happy. Yeah. So then there was these other issues where I actually represented one of your programs here in Bremen. Irrtum, in Spain. And so, and not just Irrtum, the whole project that actually, it's not a company, it's a program that's being financed by an insurance company and by the state. So that's not a company. And they do a lot of things where they could actually earn money, but then they go out of their way not to earn too much, because otherwise they will not get the subsidy anymore. They will not get the funding anymore. So how crazy is this? I mean, if you make enough money, go out there and show that you are something, and that you have something to say. The people there that write, they have a lot to say, but they're really not sure what's going on, because that's something that I'm here to explain, that it's all bullshit out there. Of course, this is like saying it simple. I can explain every little thing of what's in place that is not working, and how to fix it, how to make it better, and how to make it work. And I don't want everybody to lose their jobs. We need to reorganize and change our mind and our attitude inside, toward one another, and also toward certain things that we created in a system that in that system somehow it is working, but then there are too many people in the street not working, and it used to be only in America that people are homeless. There's tons of homeless. You walk in the morning, in every corner, in every entrance door, it's protected. There's a person sleeping. So don't tell me that America has more homeless than here in Bremen. I've seen them here. So in that company where I worked, not company, that project Irrtum, I was sexually harassed, and that was actually confirmed by an attorney, Helge Groth. Grote is his name, and he said there's no laws here in Germany that could protect me. There's not even a definition or a translation for that word, and of course when somebody hears sexual harassment, oh yeah, it's this or it's that. But sexual harassment actually has a definition, and it means certain behaviors that we do are not appropriate. And the only way it becomes sexual harassment is if you tell a person, you know what, when you do such and such, that hurts my feelings. It's not okay. And that's when it becomes a problem. And you know, this is how we, and you know, of course I learned this in America, and I'm not saying that we need to bring everything that I learned from America over here. What we need to do is communicate. We need to talk about it and say, you know, when am I allowed to say, you know, when you do such and such, you're hurting my feelings. And you know, I've done that here in Germany. I've told people, you know, when you do this, you know, that hurts my feelings. And then I've been told, well, I don't see it like that. Well, you know, you can't see feelings. So, you know, when you say that you can't see, I don't see it like that, that means that you have an opinion about how I should be. So we're gone, you know, feelings are gone. When I say, when you do such and such, you know, that's hurting my feelings, this is when we get to start talking. All right, how am I hurting your feelings? What does that mean? Like when I was working with this man, I could see his butt crack all the time. And it's not that it's hurting my feelings, it's like, you know, where do I look? You know, this is my boss, I don't see his butt, you know, and so how do I tell him this? How can I tell him so I will keep my job? Because, you know, now I'm getting personal, right? So now I'm infringing upon his privacy. You know, he doesn't have a problem showing his crack maybe, and I have a problem looking at it. He doesn't need to look at it because it's in the back of him. So do you see that there's issues that we need to talk about? Now, either everybody shows their butt cracks, or we make sure that we cover it. That's how it is. And you know, things happen. We're human beings, and if it's exposed, you know, it's like, you know, at least I would like to have the opportunity to talk about it. Now, this man also, you know, got me into the conference room and told me, you know, Silke, we were alone, of course, right? Silke, you know, I have a problem with my wife. You know, I would like to have more sex with her, and you know, what could I do? So, you know, I was like, okay, you know, and I felt like I do everything according to German law, and I, you know, I don't say anything because I knew full well that this was not appropriate. Well, it turns out that later it became really inappropriate here in Germany as well. And so I actually dared to talk about these things. And that was considered a symptom of my mental illness by my legal guardian. Now, Mr. Bruns, I'm sorry, you know, there's so much that I'm willing to swallow, and that's just, you know, enough. This is not mental illness. This happened, and there was never any talk that went on directly with Jörn, who said these things to me, and to come back to me and this project. You know, I represented it in Spain in a European Union project, and the man that was supposed to travel with me, a professional, called me 3 hours before we were meeting to fly to Spain. Well, I'm sorry, I have tinnitus. Now, tinnitus is a mental issue. It's caused by stress. He's a professional. He didn't know how to deal with this. Went to the doctor, I can't come. So, you know, I said, all right, I'll go by myself. So I represented this project and the program that financed this project and supported this project. And I came back, and I was actually very proud of myself and happy about it. And you know, I haven't traveled out of Germany in like five or 6 years, something like that. So to me, it was like, oh, that's when I live, when I can travel and represent, and you know, I could talk about the program on stage even, and I felt good about myself. Now, because I felt good about it and I felt happy about it, that was a symptom of mental illness for Mr. Bruns as well. And he presented this like in this way to the judge, and of course the judge believes him, right? So because, you know, Mr. Bruns is always right. Now, I could go on and on and on and on. I told Mr. Bruns several times not to call me sick or mentally ill. He tells me, well, you know what, you must endure it. because it's the truth, it's a fact. Now, when somebody keeps telling me you're sick every time he disagrees with how I wish to lead my life, I'm sorry, no basis for a discussion. And this is the end of knocking on Mr. Bruns, because there were too many things that went on. I could go on and on and on. It is always me who's being punished for things that go wrong. I'm responsible. I was responsible for the miscommunication between Deutsche Bank and Social Security administrations in Baltimore, which is why I was sitting here at home for 26 days without food, because I didn't get the money from America. And Mr. Bruns was advised twice by telephone by Deutsche Bank. Didn't correct the mistake, and when I told him this, when I confronted him about this, he said, "Well, that's a symptom of my mental illness that I talk about this and that I accuse him." I didn't even accuse him. I just pointed out the fact. The fact is that he made a mistake, and of course he's a legal guardian. He's an attorney, so he can make all the mistakes that he likes. He's always right. For me, if I suffer under his mistakes, it's a symptom of my mental illness. Now you explain that logic to me, because I don't get it, and I don't want to get it ever. Not that kind of shit. I'm sorry. It makes me really, really angry, because I could say that I'm helpless, and I'm really not helpless. It's just like it's like talking to the wall. The system, every time, it's like a rubber band. It's always right. The system is always right, and I'm always out. I'm always on the outside, excluded of everything, because I have something to share that I would like for everybody to know. And well, that's it now. Now I'm, the out of the box scarf, and I'm wearing it with the dark, because it doesn't really look that good with the light colors. And this one looks really good with the light colors. But then this is the classic. So which is it now? This one is. It's really not that classic, because if you really look close, it has all the colors of humanity. So, classic could be cool, out of the box kind of classic. And if you look really close, then this has all the classic colors too, that are here. But then of course it's a flashy classic, and it could become classic, because I think it's really pretty. Now I was kind of restricted to the colors of that were offered in the store, and this yellow to me is like a commercial yellow. It's not really pretty. Now Humanity is really more orangey. It should be like a warmer orangey kind of yellow, and then it looks really, really pretty, I think. And you can see all those colors. See that nice yellow of your face. Well, that's the kind of yellow that I was looking for. But there was really just orange, and that orange that they had, that was like so flashy that, well, this was the I'm not that happy with the yellow, but it's a start, and I could see this become like mass produced, and I'm running out of money, and I said that I would make all the tops of the picture in all those different colors, and I just don't get enough money for that. I don't even have enough money to make dolls. I don't get enough money to do anything, because I need a bike now, and I'm not allowed to earn my own money. So now I'm upset. Yeah, I'm upset. Can you tell? I'm still laughing, because it's like it's useless to get angry or yell and scream or say asshole. I'm sorry about all the times I wrote asshole, because it felt good for a moment, but then it doesn't get me anywhere, right? It doesn't get me if I'm nice. It doesn't get me anywhere when I'm nice. I can be caring, I can be loving, I can be offensive. I could say, you're a criminal, I'm a criminal, now let's talk. That's my father's way. I included everything. It seems to just, doors are locked, opinions about me are made, and that's the end of story. And, I sit here with the knowledge that you would not believe what it could do for you. So, no more I love you, because I don't feel it. You know, I'm open to change, you know, and I hope you are too. So bye.